Namaskar, Abhishek once again with a new episode in the series called Unlocking Stars with Abhishek. Unlocking Stars with Abhishek is a series on Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, in short, BPHS, is one of the most fundamental, most genuine, most authentic scriptures available to mankind till today, revealed by one of the pravartak of this great divine Shastra, Maharshi Parashar. This great scripture is in the form of discourse between the great teacher and his beloved student Maharshi Parashar and Maitre. Through this series, Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, we are paying our humble and respectful tribute in the lotus feet of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar by the recitation and commentary on verse by verse basis. That's a humble prayas to pay this homage to the great Guru. In case of any feedback or suggestion, I would like to welcome that one. Please feel free to give your comments, your feedbacks. In the last episode, Maharshi is in the process of revealing method, techniques, principles related to evaluation of the strength of the planet under the chapter called Graha Asput Baladhyaya. He just started with an introduction on Sadbal system. He talked about the 6 type of strength, starting from the positional strength, Asthan Bal, then Digbal, directional strength, the second category, second type, Kal Bal, the third category, that is called temporal strength, and then Chesta Bal, that is the emotional strength of the planet, and the fifth one is the Nasargik Bal, that is the natural strength of a planet, and the last sixth one is the Drigbal, Drishtibal, aspectual aspect. In the last episode, he revealed the techniques related to the positional strength, Asthan Bal, Abasiya Bal, or residential strength, and also touch upon the directional strength also, Digbal also. In this episode, Maharshi will go further. Maharshi will reveal Kal Bal and touch upon natural strength also. So let's follow the footprints of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar. Let's immerse in the Mahaguru Parashar Mahakathan, what he is revealing today to Maitre related to the Kal Bal. As usual, before diving down into the Mahaguru Mahakathan, we bow down to Sri Mahadev, great Guru, Guru of the Guru, Adi Guru first. Let's absorb in the love and respect for Mahaguru, Adi Guru, Sri Mahadev first. Mahesana paro devo mahimno na parastutihi Aghoro na paro mantro nasti tatatvam guru param. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. After paying the humble and respectful tribute, respectful prayer in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, we are now entering into the Mahaguru Parashara Mahakathan related to the Kalabal. Mahaguru is going to discuss Kalabal today, temporal strength of a planet. A planet is acquiring Kalabal or the temporal strength due to the different timings, due to the temporal conditions imposed on the planet. Before diving down into the Guru Mahakathan, let's try to understand Kalabal first. There are mainly 6 types of Kalabal. Maharshi will dive down. Maharshi will dissect that Kalabal. He will drill down more for our better clarity. The first type of Kalabal is called Nato-Nat Bal. Nato-Nat Bal, a planet is acquiring due to daytime and night time. In Graha Gun Swarupa Adhyay, Maharshi revealed some of the planets are Bali in the night, some of the planets are Bali in the day. So that Bali, that strength, he was talking very lightly, very high level. In the very second chapter, Graha Gun Swarupa Adhyay, that was the Kalval only. So that is the Nato-Nat Bal, the first type in the Kalbal. The second category under the Kalbal banner is the Paksh Bal. We got a two Paksh, 2 fortnights. The one is bright half and the second is the dark half. Krishna Paksh and Sukla Paksh. So planets are acquiring a strength according to their rise in these 2 Paksh also. These 2 Paksh are different. They are giving different strength to the different planets. That's why I'm saying all the time, in English you cannot translate. In English you can say fortnight strength. So fortnight there is only one word. But the Krishna Paksh and Sukla Paksh, their tests are different. So I will go by Pakshbal. And the third category under the Kalbal is the Tribhag Bal. Tribhag Bal. So Maharshi already discussed about the Deen Man and Ratri Man. From Suryodaya to Suryast, the time is the Deen Man. And from the Suryast, sunset, to the next sunrise, that is the Ratri Man. You divide Deen Man and Ratri Man in 3 parts. So each part is called Tribhag. Some of the planets are Bali in the first part. Some are Bali. Some are acquiring strength in the second and third, in day and night, respectively. So that is called Tribhag Bal. That is also a type of Kal Bal. And when you go in deeper, so planets are acquiring a strength in the tiny bit of the Hora, or go more in a day, or go more in a month, or go more in a year. So that is also a category of a Kalbal. Bars, Mass, Din, Horabal. Different planets are acquiring different balas. That is the fourth type under the Kalbal. And the fifth type, we got a two Krantis, two Sakrantis of the sun. Two ayans we have, Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. Different planets are feeling different strength in Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. That is the Ayan Bal. So that Ayan Bal is also one of the types of Kal Bal, temporal strength of a planet. And the last one is the Yuddha Bal. Planets are acquiring strength due to planetary war. This planetary war is happening due to the timing, because planets are wanderer, they are wandering, and their timing are in such a manner they involve into a planetary war situation. And due to this planetary war situation, they are getting additional yuddha bala. So that is also a type of kala bala. So these are the type of kala balas. Now we have some understanding of the kala bala. Now we are going to enter into the Mahaguru Mahakathan related to the Naton Nat Bal through the verse number 8 and 9. Let's come along. Let's immerse. He will prescribe the evaluation technique. A scale is Roop only, Rupa. So 1 Rupa is equal to 60 Virupa. Let's come and immerse in the verse first. Parashara Uvacha Kalabal Naton Natbala. He is going to talk about Naton Natbala. He is invoking the Istakal also, Ista Avadhi. So we will go accordingly. Ista Avadhi Nisithat Unnatanam Trinsa Chutam Natam Chandro Bhamasasi cha Natam Duindham Kaladikam Sasti Suddham Tadanyesam Sada Rupam Buddhasyahi. Maharshi is first of all talking about some technical definitions. First, we need to understand what is the Unnat. Then we need to understand what is Nat. Then Nat Bal will come into the picture. Then he will allocate the scale to the planets. That is the plan of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. He is saying, first of all, find the difference. Find the difference between the midnight and the birth time, because he is talking about the Ist Avadhi, Nisi Than Unnatam, and that is the Unnat. This is the definition of Unnat. So Unnat is equal to, Unnat is the difference between the midnight and the apparent birth time of a particular native. So from the time of the birth of the native, you know the Unnat. Now you have Unnat in your hand. Now come for Unnat. Now deduct Unnat from 30 ghatis, because Istkal system is in a ghatis, in a Vedic system. So deduct Unnat from 30 ghatis, you will get Nat. So from Unnat, you got the Nat. Now play with the Nat. Now Maharshi is saying, doing dham kaladikam. So double the Nat. Double the Nat in ghatis, because what you got, that is in ghatis. So you double, multiply it by 2, which will indicate you Natbal for the Chandra Bhaumas, Sunny Nam, for the moon, Mars and Saturn. So in this manner, you will get Natbal for the moon, Mars and Saturn for that particular native. Because from the birth detail, birth data, you have the time of birth. So through this simple calculation, you can get the Natbal of the moon, Mars and Saturn for that particular native. Now, other planets. 3 planets you did it. So now, for other planets except Buddha, so you have to take 60. So deduct the Nat from 60 ghatis. In the first time, you did from 30 ghatis. But this time, you have to do the same thing, but from 60 ghatis. That is the Unnat. In this manner, you will go for 3 planets. You are following the same method, only 60 ghatis in place of 30 ghatis. You will get the Natbal for Sun, Jupiter and Venus. Sun, Jupiter and Venus. Same method you have to apply. Only you have to use 60. And for Buddha is the exception. Buddha is the exception because Buddha is Bali in day and night, both. No problem with Buddha. No problem with Mercury. So for Buddha, Mercury, irrespective of day and night, it gets Naton Natbal, 1 rupa, 60 all the time. So this is the revelation. This is the revelation of Mahaguru, Maharshi Parashara, related to Naton Natbal. He prescribed this method. So now he is moving further. He is going further and talking about the Pakshabal. Let's come along. Let's immerse in the Guru Vak first. He is revealing Pakshabal evaluation technique through the verse number 10 and 11. Atha Pakshabalam Vakshe Suryam Chandradavi Sodhyacha Sadbhadike Visodhyark Bhagi Krita Trivir Bhaje Pakshajam Balam Indu Gyasukrejayanam Tu Sastitaha Visodhya Tadalam Geyam Papanam Paksha Sambhavam. Pakshabal. Some planets are having more strength than others, in particular Paksh, dark half and bright half. Maharshi is giving us technique how to calculate the Paksh bal of a particular planet through these two words. Through these two words. He is saying you get the Surya and Chandra, sun and moon longitude in your hand. Sun and moon longitude, you got it. So deduct from the moon's longitude from the sun longitude. First thing you have to get this difference. Deduct from the moon's longitude. Deducts from the moon's longitude that of the sun. Moon's longitude from sun. So sun longitude minus moon longitude. You have to do that calculation. Then you will get a value. In any case, there is a precaution. If the value is more than 6 sign, or the value is less than 6 sign, Maharshi is saying, Sadbhasike, if it is more than 6 sign, then deduct the same from the 12 sign. That correction is required because our celestial sphere is 12 sign only. So that we are doing. So the product, whatever resultant you will get, you have to convert that one in degrees, completely in degrees. So one sine is equal to 30 degrees. So you convert this whole resultant into the degrees and divide that one by 3. Just divide it by 3. That will indicate you the Pakshbal of benefic planets. You got the Pakshbal of the benefic planet accordingly. Now the Pakshbal of the benefic planets, if you deduct this from 60, then you will get the Pakshbal of the malefic planets. So in this manner, you will get the Pakshbal of the benefic planets as well as of the malefic planets. So like the first thing, Atha Paksh Balam Vakshe Suryad Chandrat Visodhyacha. Suryam Chandrad Visodhyacha. So moon minus sun. So Paksh Bal is equal to moon minus sun divided by 3. And moon minus sun, whatever the value, that has to be in a degree. And if that value is more than 6, and then you have to do the correction. If less than 6, and no problem at all. You have to go like that. That is for the benefic planets. And for the malefic planets, you have to subtract whatever Pakshbal you have received for the benefic planets from 60. So benefic form one group because all the benefic will get the same value. So benefic form one group and each of them will get the same value for the Pakshbal. That's very obvious. Be careful about the Mercury because Mercury is conditional benefic. Mercury behave like a malefic when with malefic planets and behave like benefic when with benefic planets. It's a prince of the cabinet. So Mercury is in easily in the influence of his of the planets who are associated with the Mercury. So be careful about the Mercury's, which formula you will apply for the Mercury. So first identify if Mercury for that particular native, because it's a Hora Askand, it's a native specific. So for that particular native, Mercury is benefic or malefic. That you have to get it up. And apply the Panchadha Maitri for in this case, because Panchadha Maitri is the native specific. So you know how to find out, how to calculate, how to understand the Panchadha Maitri, fivefold friendship relationship. If you want to revise, go back in the Graha Gun Swarupa Adhyaya episodes and watch again and revise that. So One precaution like that, well, about the mercury, as I have already told you the precaution, and you have to do the corrections, like if moon minus sun is above 180 degree, above 6s, then that correction you have to then you have to subtract that one from the 12s, 360 degree. That correction you have to be keep in your mind. Maharshi is giving these principles to quantifying the strength in the Virupas, so that the number will tell you very easily. You can understand through the number which planet got more value. Although we are in the Hora Askand, we are not in Siddhant, we are not dealing with the calculations more, but this small level of calculation is required even in Hora also. That's why Maharshi is coming up with the formulas and all. Hope you understand. So this is the Paksh Bal. So in this manner, we will get the Paksh Bal. For moon also you have to be careful, because waning moon and waxing moon, you need to understand that one. Moon is behaving like a benefic planet when waxing moon, and behaving like a malefic planet when it is waning moon. So that also need to be understood along with the Mercury, how you will approach, which formula you will apply in case of moon also, because moon and Mercury, they are conditional benefic. If conditions change, their behavior will change. And other planets we know already. Jupiter and Venus, completely, fully pure benefic. And the others, Shanidev, Mangaldev, and Suryadev, they are malefics, cruel planets. Sometimes I'm thinking malefic is not a real and right translation, but there is no exact similar word exists. But I hope you understand the feeling, you understand the message of Mahaguru, how Mahaguru is referring to those planets. Now, I hope you understand completely Paksh Bal, how to find out Paksh Bal. Now Maharshi is coming to reveal the next category of Kal Bal, that is Tribhag Bal. In some of the commentaries, like it is there, Maharshi is calling like Din Ratri Tribhag Bal, because dealing with the day, Din Tribhag, and dealing with the Ratri, night, the Ratri Tribhag. You have to divide day in 3 parts and Ratri in 3 parts. Go like that. Maharshi is giving blessing, revelation, technique through the verse number 12. Let's immerse in the verse first, then we will see what Maharshi is revealing. Din Ratri Tribhag Bala Dinatrayan Sesu Sobhyark Sanina Nitri Bhag Ke Chandra Sukra Kuja Nam Chabalam Purna Sada Guroha. Guru is the special Jupiter. Balam Purna Sada Guru. Any part, any time, he got a Purna Bal. So Maharshi is saying, let's he is talking about Mercury. So Mercury in the daytime, so in the day, just divide day, Dinman, in 3 parts. So Mercury is getting 1 rupa, complete point, in first half of the day. And then Sun, arc, Sun in the second part of the day, and Saturn in the third part of the day. Purna Bal, 1 Rupa, 60 Virupa. So Mercury in the first part, Sun in the second part, and Saturn in the third part of the day, gaining Purna Phal of 1 Rupa. Now in the night time, divide night in 3 parts. So Chandra, moon, is being Bali, getting 1 Rupa, Purna Bal, in first part of the night. Sukra, Venus, in the second part of the night, and Kuja Nam, Mangaldev, in the third part of the night. And about Jupiter, Jupiter is Bali in day, in night, in any of the part of the day and night. So that is the revelation. When you have to calculate the Kalbal, you have to calculate all the 6 type of balas and then add them, average them. That's why Maharshi is coming up in this detail. He's giving things in very detail. He's detailing. He's detailing that one. So if we apply this one in any chart, through formula you can, through example you can understand more. But I think these rules are very simple. Maharshi provided very simple rules in this case. Now Maharshi is revealing next type of Kalbal. This next type of Kalbal is Vars Mas Din Horabal. Vars Mas Din Horabal. And he is touching upon the natural strength also. That natural strength is a separate strength, separate bal in Sadvala system. That is not part of the Kalbal, but he is touching upon. Because it's required here, I will tell you why Maharshi is doing, because he is Mahaguru. Anything he is doing, there is a reason. So now come immerse in this verse first. He is revealing this verse Mas Din Horabal through the verse number 13. वर्ष मास दीने साना तीत्या त्रिंसाक्षरार्वः होर होरेस्य बलं षष्टिरूक्तं नैसर्गिकं पुरा. Dividing the time, starting from the one revolution, that is the year, 1 year. So the 1 year, the year Lord, he's talking about the verse Pati, year Lord. So year Lord will get 15 Virupa. After year Lord, Mass, month Lord. Month Lord will get 30 Virupa. After month, close more. After month, Din Lord, Day Lord. Day Lord will get 45 Virupa. And after Day Lord, Hora Lord. Hora Lord will get 60 Virupa. So this is the order. How Hora Lord is getting more Virupas, more strength, more balas. Maharshi is indicating the Hora Lord is more powerful to influence native than the year Lord. That is the indication. If we go in a Mandan astrology, Sanghita, Skand, Mahaguru has revealed there other acharyas also. Who is the Hora Lord? Who is the Verse Lord, Mass Lord? Like that. So in the last part, last line, he is referring, he is saying He is saying, I have already explained to you about the natural strength matre. Already told you. Where? When he told us? In Graha Gun Swarupadhyaya, when he was talking about the natural strength of the planets. He's saying, I have already told you. But I will give you more related to the evaluation. And there is a comparison. Like when there is a tie, when the balas are equal of the two particular planet, then which has more strength, natural strength will decide. That's why Maharshi is coming up with the natural strength here. That's why Maharshi is doing this. Like this, Maharshi is doing. So let's come in the Nasargik Bal Aspashtaman in the verse number 14. Let's immerse in the verse first and see what Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is revealing here. So what he is revealing, Naisargik Balaspastama Dhanmanam Saptahrita Sastirekadya Tanmanam Saptahrita Sastirekadekontarairhata Samam Bhu Suchamra. Maharshi is talking in a Sanket Vas. Sa, Sanidev, Mangaldev, Bu, Buddhadev, Gu, Gurudev, Su, Sukurdev, Cham, Chandradev, Ra, Ravi, all 7 planets. So how the great master is playing with the words. So Samam Bhu Su Chamra Di Khetanam Kramato Duja. He's saying, Matre, in this Kram, you follow this order. Not follow that order to go by sun, moon, and like that. No. You follow this as some sunny day. So first sunny day. So I'm allocating the natural strength in this order. First Sunny Dev, then Mangal Dev, then Buddha Dev, then Guru Dev, then Sukra Dev, then Chandra Dev, then Ravi Dev. Surya. I'm following this order. So you follow this order. First, I will give you the scale, the technique. So Maharshi is saying, divide 1 rupa. 1 rupa is 60 virupa. So divide 60 virupa by 7 because you got a 7 planet. So just 60 divided by 7. And multiply the resultant, whatever you got that one, multiply that one by 1. That will give you natural strength of the Sunny Dev. By 2, that will give you natural strength of the Mangal Dev. By 3, that will give you natural strength of Buddha Dev, Mercury. By 4, that will give you the natural strength of Guru Dev, Jupiter. By 5, that will give you the natural strength of Venus, Sukradev. By 6, that will give you the natural strength of Chandradev. And by 7, that will give you the natural strength of the Suryadev. This natural strength basically is acquired by a planet due to their ability of illumination. It means the brightest planet get the highest natural strength. So when you will apply this thing, then you will find Sun, Suryadev, will get 1 rupa. That is the highest. And the Sunny Dev will get 0.143 rupa. That is the lowest. And the other planets, they are in between. So this is the Nasargik Bal. So Sun is the brightest among the all 7. And the Saturn is the darkest among the all seven. Saturn is, that's why Saturn is shown as dark. That is the pratikatmak, that is the Sanketvad only. Because that is the style of teaching. That's why Maharishi is personifying the planets so that he could teach us. That is the method. Otherwise, how can you understand the attributes? That is the great teaching style of great teacher. And this is the independent strength I told you, nothing to do with the Kalbal. But Maharshi is, and that is also constant for all the natives. That is not native specific also. That is the planet specific. So, because no individual chart specific calculation involved here. That's why. For other balas, there is a chart specific calculations involved, but not for natural strength. Natural strength Mahasi inserted here, I have already told you, because if there is a tiebreaker, if balas are same for two planets, then how you will decide which planet is more strengthful? Natural strength will decide that one. So that's very important deciding factor when we are applying the Sadvala system. That's why Mahasi came up with this. Now Mahasi is going in more depth. Mahasi is revealing the iron ball. Mahasi is going to reveal the iron ball through the three verses, starting from the verse number 15 to verse number 17. It's a more some calculative features available here. He will also talk about the some technical terms like khandas and the krantis. Kranti, you know already, there are two krantis, northern and southern. He's talking about the kranti, that is Sankranti, short form of the Sankranti is the kranti, Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. And the khandas he will talk about. And then he will discuss about some calculative aspect, how to reach out to the iron ball through these verses. So let's immerse in the verse first, and then we will try to understand what Maharshi is revealing as usual. Let's come. That's very important. Parasaruvacha ayan bala panchābhyah suraha suryaha khandakamsaha kramadami sayana grahado rasi tulya khandayutischa yutcha sayan ayan. He's talking about the ayanamsa. Let's imagine the verse first. भागादि कहता दे स्यात् त्रिसल्लभ्यायुता लवाः स्वमृणं तुलमे सादौ सनीन्दोश्च त्रिराशिषु तथा राकेर्जशुक्राणाम व्यस्तं यस्या सदा धनम् तत्भागाश्च त्रिभिर्भक्ता गेमाय जनम balam. Mercy is coming up with some sort of calculative aspect because he is quantifying. He just want to come up with the numbers so that we could add up them, we could understand them. There is a saying like, if you can't quantify, you can't achieve. You can't measure, you can't achieve. So you are talking about the strength and you are not able to quantify, then how could you understand the strength? That's why Mahasi is coming up with these things, even in Hora Skand. So I think it's not a surprise. You should welcome this one. Although we will do the Siddhant series, then definitely come up with the more calculations to understand the astronomy. For me, astronomy is a little tiny part of the great astrology. Beforehand, both are same, both are one Shastra. For us, still it is one Shastra. When Mahaguru will bless us, then we will go definitely and do that one. Let's come in annual first here, the topic. So the technical term he was talking about the khandas. So 45, 33 and 12 are the khandas for the calculation of the iron ball. That you need to remember. And then you have to sa ayana. So you have to add the ayonamsa to the planet. To the planet means the longitude of the planet for which iron ball is to be calculated. So your planet in the question, this is the planet, and you have to calculate the iron ball of that particular planet. So you have to add the ayonamsa to the longitude of that planet. And find out the, in Maharshi's terms, in Sanskrit, we can say like a bhuj. Like it's like a distance from the nearest equinox. And add the figure corresponding to the Rasi of the bhuj. You have to do that much to the bhuj. The degree of the bhuj, you leave the Rasi, only keep the degree, will be multiplied by the figure corresponding to higher of the left out khandas. Now khandas are being used, and divide by 30. Then you have to divide it by 30. Add the resultant, whatever resultant you got it, add that resultant to the sum obtained. Whatever sum you obtained earlier, you have to add the resultant to that sum. And convert this into the Rasi. Now you have to convert this one in completely Rasi. And now play will start. If the moon and Saturn are in the Libra or ahead, add it to this 3 Rasis. And if in Aries to Virgo, Maharishi is saying here, Tul Mesadau. So Libra and Aries is talking. So if in Aries to Virgo, reduce it from 3 Rasis. Similarly, you have to follow the same thing. Similarly, it is reversed for the Sun, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. That is, addition or deduction is to be reversed, conversed. For Mercury, you have to 3 Rasi are always additive. For Mercury, you have to add, only add, no subtraction for Mercury. The resultant sum, whatever resultant you will get in Rasi, degree, and minute, that will be divided by 3. And the value you will get that one, that is the iron ball in the Birupa. So that much calculation you have to do. Then you will get the iron ball in the Birupa. I'm simplifying in the formula. Like iron ball is 23 degree, 27 minute plus the Kranti. Now we will discuss about the Kranti. And divided by 46 degree, 54 minute. And that resultant you have to multiply by 60. That will give you the iron ball. So for this one, you need to understand the Krantis. So when Moon or Saturn have southern Kranti, Sankranti, southern hemisphere, or when the Sun or Mars, Jupiter, or Venus in the northern Kranti, northern, then take plus. Then you have to take here plus in this formula. And for other 6 planets, take minus. For Mercury, it is always plus. That is the thing. For Mercury, we will go for always plus. So for that one, you have to get the help of ephemeris also, because you need longitude of your planet in question, planet in consideration that you need. One thing very important here, Mahasi is revealing that one, the sun's iron bulb is again multiplied by 2. But for others planets iron bulb, you have to keep as it is. That is the complete result. So for sun, you have to always double it up. And for others, you have to keep the same iron bulb. So this is the iron bulb. Lots of good and bad softwares in the market. You go by good. And in some good books also, ephemeris and all, they will help you out in the calculation. But there is expectation from the Mahaguru himself. Every Devagya should know how to do the calculation, understand the process. So that will give you better and clear understanding of this last. Hope you understand that complex iron bulb. Now Maharshi is putting some notes here related to the Chesta bulb, related to the emotional strength of sun and moon, because these two luminaries are very obvious. They are never going to retrograde, and retrograde planets usually have Chesta bulb. That's why Mars is putting these notes here. Let's immerse in the verse first, verse number 18, then we will discuss what Mars is talking, what Mars is blessing. This says, Yadra Vera Ayana Viryam Chestakyam Tavadevahi Vidhau Pakshabalam Yavat Ta Chestabalam Asmriyatam. He's saying sun's Chestabal. So iron ball of the sun is only the Chestabal of the sun. And moon Chestabal, Pakshbal of the moon is his Chestabal only, because these two are not going to retro. So they don't have, sun and moon, they don't have separate Chestabal. So there is no separate method for the calculation of Chestabal for sun and moon. That's why he is saying iron ball for the sun is itself a Chestabal, and the Pakshbal for the moon is itself a Chestabal. However, he will discuss Chestabal in detail in the coming verses. Now, he is again adding, he's again inserting Drikbal. Drikbal aspectual strength, that is also separate, not part of Kalabal. That is also one of the 6 Sadabal. He's talking about the Digbal, giving some notes here. Let's immerse in verse number 19. Drikbala Papadrikpadahinam Tachu Vridrikpadayuka Tatha Balakyam Gyeyascha Drigayuktamevam Khetebalam Bhave. Drikbal, aspectual strength. When one planet is aspecting other, so that planet, the planet which aspecting is the aspector, Drishta, and the planet who is being aspected is a Drishya, aspected, aspector and aspected. So aspector is Drishta, is affecting the strength of the Drishya. So how they are affecting? So that is the aspectual strength, Drikbal. Maharishi is revealing here, if malefic planet is aspecting, then reduce the 1/4 of the Drishti Pinda from the strength. If the benefic planet is aspecting, then add the 1/4 of the Drishti Pinda. And for Mercury and Jupiter, you have to add entire aspect of the Mercury and Jupiter, not 1/4, entire aspect of the Mercury and Jupiter. It means entire Drishti Pinda to the net strength of the planet. So Drishti Pind, how to calculate the Drishti Pind, Mahasi will come up with that one. But at the moment, Mahasi has given this note. The next one is a planetary war. So that the planetary war, Mahasi will discuss further to Maitreya, and we will touch upon that one in the next episode. That will be very interesting. I hope you are understanding, you are enjoying, and you are applying, although it's a Hora, it's application science. If you will not apply, this knowledge will do nothing. I pray, may Mahaguru bless you, may Mahadev bless you, and I pray for you and everyone to this pratna. Om Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev.